What's up guys, KPlays here. Today we're going to be talking about Fatalis and what his gear means for us hunting horn users. To say the least, he definitely lives up to being the big finale fight of Iceborne and all the Monster Hunter lore surrounding him. His fight is crazy challenging, and behind the fight there's even crazier gear. His armor breaks the set building variety wide open, and his weapons? His weapons. Take a look at this hunting horn. 350 true raw, natural purple sharpness, a good offensive oriented song set, and 2 4 slots? This thing is an absolute monster. The only real drawback is that negative 20% affinity, but that's no big deal when you pair it with Fatalis' armor set. Between all those slots and the 2-piece set bonus that unlocks every skill secret cap, you have a lot of space and flexibility when it comes to choosing skills, including ones that complement certain weapons or cover weaknesses like negative affinity. Equip another 2 pieces and you get true razor sharp and an extra 100 health and stamina. That's good enough to replace the old 3-piece Teostra and 2-piece Raging Brachydios raw meta because you get your sharpness management, agitator secret, and health boost 3 all at once. A good 5th piece to round things out would be the Kul'Taroth Alpha Legs for points in crit boost and peak performance. With this template you have great passive bonuses and plenty of free space to fill in skills of your choosing. I'll show you what I'll be using now. Like I said before, negative affinity is not stopping this thing from becoming the new #1 horn. The Fatalis Menace Whaler is a base that slaps, and it does so with the highest raw damage potential out of all the horns in Iceborne. You might need a few points of handicraft to really stretch out that purple as long as you can, but that's fine. More level 4 decorations needed means more extra secondary skills. You can throw in some additional utility if max damage isn't quite your thing, and with stats this high you won't really suffer that much in the damage department either. Now with the raw horn this good, some of you might be wondering where elemental hunting horns stand. Fortunately for variety's sake, some of them are still sticking around. Kiar Myth and Water still hold onto their niches since their built-in crit element lets them take advantage of the new raw set. Throw in some water or thunder attack and you're good. You do lose that extra element from the old Fulsafi set, but the boost in raw damage makes up for that. What's more, you no longer lose damage if you run a health augment because you're running peak performance instead of resentment, and you don't need to work around protective polish either. Depending on what you have in your collection of decorations, you can adjust the skills here for higher damage or more utility just as you can with the Fatalis Whaler set. The sets here are essentially either harder hitting or more comfortable versions of what we had to work with up until now. There are a few other surviving elemental options, but for those we'd have to skip ahead and look at Arch-Tempered Velkhana gear. I'll be saving those sets for another video, so for now let's wrap things up here with some of my new personal off-meta sets. Taroth Sleep was one of my favorite horns in the world and it got a huge boost in Iceborne, so I of course have to give it the Fatalis treatment and show you guys some updated sets for it. The 4-piece Fatalis set we've been using works nicely here if you want to go the standard high damage route, but if you want another option you can use this mix set instead. Stacking crit status is 40% boost on top of sleep attack and Taroth's naturally high status values gives you a perfect recipe for sending monsters to Dreamland multiple times in a hunt. Adding 1 point of slinger capacity and the new Clutch Claw boost skill will make it so that you always have ammo for wake up flint shots. If you're into more traditional wake up methods, you could also give your bombs an extra kick by including Bombardier 5 thanks to the Fatalis pieces. Again, the theme here is that if the skills fit, you can do almost whatever you want. To give an example of this, here are some more unique gimmick builds available to us now. We'll finish things off with some sets built for Safi horns, which give us the ability to squeeze in another 2-piece bonus if we like. This Bind Horn set is built for locking down monsters with boosted KO and paralysis. This could be a nice team supporting option that gives your group more free attack openings, or you could use it solo and take advantage of those lower single player scale thresholds for stun and status. This set on the other hand is the final iteration of my hunting horn recovery build, which you may remember from some of my past set guide videos. With the sheer amount of passive healing and damage mitigation built in here from your songs and skills, you should be incredibly hard to kill, and you don't even need to give up a solid list of offensive skills to do it either. Off-meta sets that can still stay this strong while running gimmicks are just part of the awesomeness of Fatalis' gear. I wish we could have had access to this earlier, but I can't say that it doesn't work perfectly as a send-off for Iceborne. The limits are off, go nuts making all sorts of skill sets, and take these busted new weapons too while you're at it. It's just when we need it to hold ourselves over until Monster Hunter Rise comes out. If you haven't taken down Fatalis yourself yet, I wish you good luck. The payout is definitely worth the effort. Stay tuned for when we can add Arch-Tempered Velkhana gear into the mix. Those armor pieces will be giving us even more options soon. Until then though, this has been another KPlays and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.